Hi everyone! The story I'm going to read to you now is called Get Set Swim. The author is Jeannine Atkins and it's illustrated by Hector Viveros Lee. What do you think that these people are getting ready to do? I see they're wearing something special on their heads. They have something special over their eyes. They're wearing something in particular. They're standing on something as well, and they're getting ready to go into this blue sparkly stuff. I wonder why. Here's the title page. I see a hat of some sort here, I think. I'm not sure what those are. They look like they could go over something. Oh, and look closely. Do you see this? They're little lizard earrings. Wonder why there's lizard earrings that go with this hat and these goggles, I think is what they're called. Interesting. The publisher, the person who put this book together for the author and illustrator, that's Lee and Low Books Incorporated. Let's see what happens in the story. Jacinia's ponytail swished as she skipped downstairs. "Hurry, Mommy," she called. This was Jacinia's first year on the swim team, her first meet at a rival team's pool. At the door, Mommy tucked a box into her purse and pinched her scarf together against the cold. There's Mommy. There's the little box. I wonder what's in it. Jacinia raced her brother Luis down the street. "Watch where you are going," Mommy said. "Stick together." There's Mommy. There's Luis. And there's Jacinia. At the community center, Jacinia climbed on the bus and sat with Anna. When Luis tried to balance on the seat behind him, Mommy settled him down by talking about when she'd been a little girl in Puerto Rico. Our house was so close to the ocean that it stood on stilts. Stilts? What are stilts? Oh, those are like sticks that you can stand on, and you can put things like that underneath of a house to make it higher up so it's not underwater. That's very interesting. So the house stood on stilts, Mommy said. We used to slide down grassy hills on palm leaves. The sky was very, very blue. Like that? Louise pointed to the sky outside the window. No. Mommy looked over the tall, crowded buildings. The sky isn't blue enough. Jacinia was tired of the dreamy way Mommy spoke about the brilliant blue sky and sea that seemed to stretch forever. She pressed closer to the older girls in the seat ahead of her. "Weston won by 8 points last time," Nicole said. "We never win meets away from home. In Puerto Rico, there are green lizards that cling to whatever they bite," Mommy told Louise. "We girls used to hang them from our ears." "Oh, lizards from your ears?" Ooh. Louise put his thumbs to his earlobes and waggled his fingers like lizards. Jacinia turned to the window, thinking about how her mother had never learned to swim. Mommy had made sure that she and Louise got swimming lessons, but it took more than dreams to win a race. Jacinia was scared. How could they compete against the lucky girls who lived in these houses? As the space between the houses widened, so did the empty space inside Jacinia. So she's looking at all these houses, wondering, how could she beat someone who lives in such a beautiful area? The bus stopped at Weston School. Mommy kissed the top of Jacinia's head. She smiled as if she were breathing in a garden, though Jacinia knew her hair smelled just like the pool. "Te amo," Mommy said. "I love you too," Jacinia replied. "Te amo? What's this te amo?" "Te amo is Spanish. That means I love you. Can you say te amo?" "That's wonderful. Te amo to you." In the locker room, the girls pulled on their swimsuits and tucked their ponytails into caps. They stretched in the hallway as Coach Estes said, "Don't worry because the pool here is bigger. Everyone is equal in the water." "Their pool probably isn't broken half the winter," Nicole muttered. "There are more girls on their team." "Just keep your eyes on where you're going," Coach advised. "Now get in there and win." "Keep in mind," he said, "keep your eyes where you are going." Yes, that's important. The first race was for the older swimmers. The water's surface broke with thundering dives. Jacinia cheered. It was hard to tell one girl from another until they turned. Then Jacinia recognized the way Nicole pulled in her knees before whipping them out. She sped ahead and rammed triumphantly into the wall. Triumphantly. She got there first. Nicole won. Yay, Nicole. Soon it was Jacinia's turn to stand on the edge of the pool. Between two girls from the other team, the overhead lights buzzed. The pool hummed. Jacinia rocked from toe to heel. She tried to breathe long and deep into her belly, the way Coach had taught her to, but her short breaths caught at the back of her tongue. Mommy waved. Luis waggled his fingers like little lizards. Jacinia's feet pressed flat on the smooth platforms. "Get ready," the coach called. Goggles snapped as the girls pulled them on. Jacinia leaned toward the water. The empty space inside her seemed to fill with the marvelous blue that Mommy remembered from Puerto Rico. The pool was exactly blue enough. Get set. Get ready. Get set. What's next? Go! The girls dived. The quiet, still water turned frothy and loud. Water streaked out of Jacinia's goggles and rushed past her ears. She stretched her arms as long as Mommy did when she talked about the great wide sea. Then Jacinia caught sight of the girl in the next lane moving ahead. Jacinia gulped in some water. Her tired legs sank. She kicked hard again until one finger touched the end of the pool. She splashed up and gasped for air. Here's the results and the finals. Great race, Coach Estes gave her a handout. You just lost a few seconds at the end when you looked to the side. Mommy was there and hugging her before Jacinia could warn her and Louise that they'd get wet. I'm so proud of you, Mommy said. There's Coach, there's Jacinia, there's Louise, and there's Mommy. So she didn't win the race. I wonder how that makes her feel. Jacinia pulled on a sweatshirt to watch more races. As the afternoon wore on and it became clear that they were going to lose the meet, Jacinia cheered even louder and hugged her friends harder. I wonder why she was doing that if they were losing. Why would you cheer harder and hug people more? When it was her last turn to swim again, Jacinia tried to fill herself with calming air, but she kept taking quick, nervous breaths. She shifted her weight from one foot to the other. She wondered if she could swim fast enough to win. Do you think Jacinia can win? Let's find out. Jacinia rose to her toes. She curled her arms and shoulders like a wave. You can do it! Jacinia seemed to hear her mother's voice as her hands broke the water. She sped ahead faster, not only for herself and for her team, but for Mommy too. She didn't look back. She didn't look to the side. Jacinia swam with all the strength of her mother's dreams for her. Then her fingers tapped the wall. Do you think she won? Do you think she concentrated so hard and All of that hard work paid off? Joyful girls pulled Jacinia from the pool crying. You won! You won! Jacinia turned to her mother and said, Te amo! I love you too, Mommy smiled. Remember what te amo means? You're right. Yes, it means I love you. Can you say it again? Te amo. When the meet was over, the girls changed and dried their hair. Mommy gave Jacinia a box and they stepped outdoors. Gracias. Jacinia laughed as she pulled out earrings shaped like lizards. Gracias. That's another Spanish word that means thank you. And what did Mommy give her as a gift? Wait a minute. I remember. It was this box. It's the lizards. It's the earrings, like the ones Mommy grew up with that would bite and they would put them on their ears, the real ones. She slipped them on and danced a little salsa to make the earrings wiggle. Let's go, Jacinia, Anna said. The sky had turned a brighter blue. Their team would win another time. Jacinia knew. She spun around to call, We'll be back. So even though the team didn't win this time, that didn't mean they gave up with their spirit. They are going to try again. Because sometimes we fail and sometimes we make mistakes. And that's an amazing thing. Because then you can look back at what you did and figure out if there's a different way to do it. Or maybe you did do it right and you just got to work a little bit harder. Or think a little bit more about what you did. And try again. We do that all the time. I don't mind failing, and I love when you fail. And then we can talk about it and figure it out and try new ways of doing it and seeing if those ways work. And then when we do get it, how great do we feel? I know I feel great when I accomplish something or do something that I've worked so hard for. I can just imagine how you feel. Thank you so much for letting me read to you again. I miss you. And guess what? I'm going to read another story tomorrow. I will see you then. Bye.